service of CNC Worldwide.
The Daily is a service of CNC Worldwide and Jib Jab greetings. I'm Bud Lowell, your full AccuWeather forecast right up on the top of your CNC local news page, right across the top. The average price of gasoline across the Rochester area has dropped by 17 cents per gallon over the past month, and it's still dropping slowly. The American Automobile Association's fuel gauge report pegs the average price in the 5 counties around Rochester at $3.87. It was steady over the weekend, down by 2 cents from a week ago. The cheapest we spotted was the $3.69 per gallon member price at BJ's Wholesale in Henrietta. The statewide average price is $3.93. AAA says the national average peaked on September 14th, and it's been dropping ever since because of lower crude oil prices, reduced demand, and concerns over the economy. The exception has been downstate New York in the counties hit by Hurricane Sandy. AAA says that's a distribution and power outage problem, not a supply problem. The Auto Club thinks prices will keep dropping nationally on past the Thanksgiving holiday and up to the end of the year at least. More than 900 people walked and many more participated in Rochester's third annual Step It Up for a Cure against pancreatic cancer. This year's 5K walk moved to the new Gordon Field House at the Rochester Institute of Technology after outgrowing its original home at the University of Rochester. Lori Perez of the Pancreatic Cancer Association of Western New York said more than $40,000 was pledged for pancreatic cancer research at the University of Rochester Medical Center, even before the walk began. 2 families stepped forward during the walk and donated an additional $10,000 in memory of Sharon Davis Lagandy, who died of pancreatic cancer earlier this year. The money raised by this group supports the work of Dr. Aram Hazel at the URMC's Wilmot Cancer Center. He heads a team working both on early detection of the disease as well as improved treatments.
I would say the challenges fall into 3 categories. One is to do a better job with what we have. One is to come up with better ways to treat this illness. And the third thing is to find a better way to detect it early.
These funds for early research are critical, really, to make strides forward and to get research to a point where we can get greater funding. That's why this is so critical.
Pancreatic cancer has the highest mortality rate of all major cancers, mainly because it's rarely detected early enough. Only 6% of patients live more than 5 years after diagnosis. Rochester's annual Pancreatic Cancer Walk has raised awareness and research funding since 2010. $30,000 its first year, $45,000 last year, even more this year. We'll let you know the total when it's available. A weekend act of vandalism at a Chevrolet dealership in the village of Attica Friday night has been traced to a pair of teenagers who turned themselves in Sunday evening. Village police aren't releasing the 17 and 18-year-olds' names, but they admitted vandalizing 28 vehicles, smashing windows with rocks and scratching paint. The damage added up to about $50,000. Police say the pair got drunk and decided to break a couple of windows, but things got out of hand. They confided in an adult who talked them into confessing. Both teens are in the Wyoming County Jail. And a Victor man spent the weekend in the Ontario County Jail after allegedly spitting at a Salvation Army bell ringer at Eastview Mall on Saturday. The Ontario County Sheriff's Department says 57-year-old Bruce Littlejohn was charged with harassment after spitting at the Red Kettle bell ringer, then resisting arrest when the sheriff's deputies stopped him. He's in jail on $5,000 bail. To the left of this player window are links to these and other stories, and at the bottom of the page, links for you to use. You can directly post us things you've heard about, news stories, tips, shout-outs to people you think are deserving, and because we're a community news resource, we want to know about wedding announcements, births, business openings, all that sort of thing. Just post them right to us, and you'll hear them here and see them on the news. So the next news is as it happens. The updates are when necessary. I'm Bud Lowell, CNC News.